Hi everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I am doing something that I do periodically. I am discussing some beauty products that I believe to be very, very underrated. And that's not to say I'm the only person in the world who loves them. I just think they're like so great that I don't understand why everyone's not talking about them. So I like to use it as an opportunity just to share some products that I really love that maybe I don't get enough chances to speak about on camera, or maybe just kind of really dedicate a full video to their fabulosity, if you will. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. This is one, and I think these are so great to do periodically because I think it comes in waves, like makeup that you like to use. And this is so one that I have fallen back in love with. This is the Antonym Highlighting Blush in the shade Lily. Now, both shades that they have are beautiful. They have another more peachy, very, very light tone in the shade Cheek Crush that I also love, but Lily is my favorite. You just look at it in the pan, it's beautiful. So it's that very classic Antonym baked powder blush that I love. So it retains a lot of the cream properties. In turn, it looks very, very natural on the skin. But not only that, these are formulated to have a very, very glowy effect on the skin. So this not only allows you to save a step, but gives a lot of life to the cheeks, as well as giving a really nice added dose of color. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. I even have a tiny bit run through my crease here. And if you are interested in any of these products, my next video is actually going to be a tutorial using all of these underrated favorites, so stay tuned for that. But this blush from Antonym is ridiculous. The baked formula makes it go on just so nice and smooth. This color works for so many different looks. It's incredible, and that's all I have to say about that. Moving right along, this one I'm going to be quite brief because this one I do talk about a lot and I know that, but for whatever reason, the 100% Pure palettes, I feel like they have kind of a bad rap, and I think maybe it's because they are more basic, if you will. They have 3 or 4 different options now, but this one is next level. So this one doesn't feature any matte shades. It's all luminous, beautiful shades that work very well together. So you get a really nice highlight shade, you get a beautiful glowing blush, and 3 gorgeous eyeshadow shades, all in that very rosy gold colorway. So these all have a nice metallic finish. They work great with a brush. You could dampen them and make them really, really intense. I have that center shade here in my inner corner and on my brow bone. That is like my favorite way to use this, but this end shade here in Glimmer is like the perfect definitive rose gold shade that I love to put all over the lid. It's so incredibly beautiful. I cannot say enough good things about this. If you like your metallic shadows, run, do not walk, because these shades, that's what I love about the colorway of this as well. These shades really work for everyone, and even if you have a more deep complexion and you can't use these maybe on the cheeks as a highlight and blush option, they make phenomenal eyeshadows as well. So just call it a 5-pan eyeshadow palette, if you will. Moving right along, another one that I sort of fell back in love with just because, you know, you go through the motions, Alima Pure during the holidays. Do you remember they released that really, really great little cream illuminator duo? Well, we've since carried them. I think Alima Pure never released them separately. That's a relatively new release, but we do carry them separately now. And they do come in 2 different shades. Today I have on the shade Element. This shade, when I don't have a suntan, can be a little bit too bronzy, like it doesn't quite pick up the light, as well as I forget what the other one's called, like Alchemy or something like that, but I'll link it down below. That one is my preferred shade, but this one is really beautiful as well. They remind me a lot of the Kure Weiss highlighters in that they're like really nice and smooth to the touch, like you can get them nice and creamy, but there's a thin texture to them, so it doesn't sit on top of the skin, and it also doesn't get too thick or sticky where your hair's sticking in it. They're just great. You can really see it picking up the light here. Yes, it's a little bit of the blush as well, but this is really what is doing the talking. That little beam of light on my nose, that's this guy as well. The formulation can't be beat, and I really actually like that they're featured here in a smaller pan. That way you actually use the product to completion. So it's a really nice little like eyeshadow size that I love. Another product, another cream item. This is from Rituel de Fille, and Rituel de Fille is a brand that I think in general is pretty underrated, and I think it's just because they have such unique, beautiful, interesting products and shades of products that I think can come off a little bit intimidating. So I have done several videos reviewing their entire product line, sharing how much I'm completely obsessed with it, but in this video I wanted to share their cream pigments. Now, I always like these for the cheeks. Sometimes I would dabble with the lips, but something that I've grown to completely adore these for is a cream eyeshadow. They go on really nice and pigmented. They blend like a dream. This, I'm wearing the shade Delirium here in my outer corner, and like I said, I will be doing a video on that, but they make a fabulous base. They also just work well on their own, which is kind of what I've done here today. I used it like a shade to deepen on my crease, and it performs beautifully. The texture of these, if you don't over apply it, does not crease either. It's gorgeous. So it's really fun to do a matchy look where you use it on the lips, use it on the cheeks, and you use it on your eyes. It's just beautiful formulation. Cannot say enough good things, and I will link some more helpful videos and swatches for you down below. Another one. This is a product that I just use all of the time, but I never hear people talk about the Sappho single eyeshadows, but they create some of my favorite shades of all time ever. You know Victoria, that orange shade. I love the shade Monica. That's what I used on my brow bone here today. I love the shade Jono. It's a really beautiful dark brown. Beckett is the perfect mustardy transition shade. These are kind of like my everyday colors here. I did also have the shade Menaz. I broke that one, but that is one of the most gorgeous, true yellowy golden tones ever. I love to use it wet. I love to use it dry. It looks great in the inner corner. They just have a really nice level of pigmentation. The mattes blend really, really beautifully, and they come in so many different shades that I think are gorgeous. So my favorites are the mattes and that Menage shade. Those are my all-time favorites, but I have swatched every single shade in the lineup. They do have some other metallic options, some a little bit more glittery and chunky, but that sounds like a negative, but it just, when you know how to apply the product, it works like a dream. Now, they are $21 each. I think that might be why not a lot of people talk about them, but if you could get 4 or 5 shades that you are in love with, that adds up to like the price of like a 100% pure palette, and you will use them all of the time. And I will demonstrate my love for these in the upcoming video, like everything else that I'm talking about. So next up from Vapor, my last 2 products are Vapor items, and that's because I think with the rebranding, I think change sometimes can be a little bit hard to digest. Now, I know a lot of you miss some of the old formulations, but with that being said, I think there are a lot of gorgeous new formulations that they've brought on, and one of my most favorites is their pressed powder bronzer in the shade Eclipse. This I love, and I gravitated towards this immediately. This works really well for a light, medium skin tone. When you look at it on the pan, there is some what appears to be glitter particles in there, but on the skin it does not translate. It has a really nice terracotta warm tone that's not at all orangey, and it is not at all green. So sometimes bronzers can pull in that direction. I'm wearing this here on my cheeks today. I love it for when I'm wearing a foundation that's a little bit too light for me. You go in with a nice heavy hand with this. It has a really nice level of pigmentation, but it's very, very, very easy to blend. So it's not gonna stick, it's not gonna look patchy, it's not gonna look messy. It's just gonna make you look like you got a really nice suntan, and I am always, always, always here for that. Final Vapor item and final underrated product I wanted to share with you is the Vapor Lip Nectars. Now, I think a lot of us really like the high voltage lipsticks. A really nice, full, impact, rich, matte lipstick never goes amiss. There are not a ton of those on the market. I think at least ones that are non-drying and high performing. But for me, as a sheer lipstick lover, the Lip Nectars are where it is at. And I will be swatching these on IGTV this month, so make sure to follow us over on Instagram. But essentially, they are just a really nice, comfortable, moisturizing, more sheer product that you could totally build up. They're almost like a chapstick in the sense of like, I feel like I could do this forever. I feel like I could just feel and just never stop, and it would not get bunchy, it would not get gross. It always looks good on the lips. Do make sure that you don't have a ton of like dry skin on the lips, because this will kind of, accentuate that just because it's shiny, so it'll kind of bring that to the light. Give your lips a little light exfoliation, pop this on and give them some really nice moisture. I love this stuff, and I think when the moisture fades, the color still sticks around. Today I'm wearing the shade Desire. This is probably my most favorite one in the lineup, but I love all the shades, and like I said, I will be sharing those with you very shortly. But if you want a comfortable medium wear lip product that you could just throw in the purse, easy, ready to go, then this is the one for you. And it smells exactly like the old Vapor lipsticks, if you're familiar with that. So it's not a very lipsticky scent, it's almost mildly fruity. It's really, really pleasant and very easy to apply. I love this guy. All right, everyone, that is it. These are all of my underrated favorites of the moment. Like I said, I like to do these periodically, so if you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload new videos here twice weekly. I don't want you guys to miss them. If you want to shop any of these products, right here, right now, I always link them in that description box down below for you. I believe I reviewed all of these products at length as well, so I'm gonna include those in case you want a little bit of a deeper dive into the item. And if you want to see how I achieve this makeup look and you want to see these products in action, then stay tuned for my next video. It's coming up very, very shortly. This should go live on a Sunday. That might go live on a Thursday. I'm not sure exactly, but just subscribe so you never miss a video from us. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the love and support, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye.